Hi all, so welcome back. Freezing cold Sunday morning. Been out since about 4:30. It's about 6:45 now. With the last dog, Honey. Probably see her there in the background. So not sure if you saw the vlog I done last Thursday. Things were going a little bit tits up. Didn't really get any better until Thursday, just gone. And I'll tell you a bit about it and how I actually managed to get through it. So welcome back to Paul, the life of Paul, which is me, my dogs, which is one of them there, Honey, and running. So the dogs and my running, they keep me stable, get me out of the house, get me seeing sunrises and all that, which is today. It's pretty amazing. See the sun just coming up there. So okay, so what happened? So people last week, can't obviously go into all of it just in case. But the long talk short of it is people decided that they were going to change something in my life, and I knew it would just have a huge detrimental effect on my life. It wasn't up for discussion. That was that. Tried talking about it. They weren't listening, didn't listen, and so the week progressed. So basically, this week I've literally been through, I'd say, every emotion which I've had. Literally on the brink. I genuinely thought I was going to have another breakdown because I just wasn't being heard. And these are people which apparently knew that I'd had a breakdown, just weren't listening. Do you know how frustrating that bloody is? It's like a generation of not being heard. You know, you should you should be facing life, you've got your life experiences and this, that and whatever. And they just weren't listening. I wasn't sleeping. I think one day I was awake at midnight, ended up just sitting on the floor with my dogs, my brain just going 100 miles an hour, trying to figure out how I was going to cope, how I was going to deal with this issue. And didn't really get any better, to be honest. I had to really sort of dig deep and think about what am I going to do, how am I going to handle this change in my life. And to be honest, everywhere I looked, the conclusion was I actually wasn't going to handle this new situation in my life. And it's embarrassing, you know. There's wellness groups and stuff like that, and I'm not being funny, you know. I'm 53, nearly 54. You know, I'm not going to go calling up some random person and just try and start talking. It's not something which a lot of us guys do. We should, but that stigma behind it, which there shouldn't be, but you're weak. That's how I suppose our generation feels, because that's how we've been brought up, you know, and it's not right, and it shouldn't be like that. So the week progressed, I kept trying. I did actually lose control at one point. Not when I say lose control, I just could not hack what was going on, and I just had to get myself out of the situation and just leave, to be honest. You know, I just couldn't deal with it. I just couldn't deal with the thoughts of the change. How am I going to deal with it? And I literally just had to get out. And then as the week sort of progressed. I think from sort of Monday, you know, I was trying to talk to people and no one was listening. I even had a cry, to be honest, a couple of times because of the fear of how I was going to cope, how it was going to affect me. And it actually brought me to tears, you know, and I'm fucking 53 years old. And people have made you get to that point where you genuinely feel like that, and it's just not right at all. And in the end, to be honest, I did actually start, can't even get my words out, my lips are frozen. I did start looking at getting some help and some advice on how to handle this, because I really actually wasn't doing a very good job of it. My running was put to the side. I couldn't even face running. The one good thing is I still got out on my dogs. I think one day I walked 11 miles. I think it was the day which I'd done my last vlog, to be honest. I ended up walking 11 miles. So yeah, got some advice. I did actually take that advice on board. I was spoken to, and one of the shocking things was they said, "Oh, I didn't realise it was that bad. I thought you just had a bit of a meltdown." And it's like, no, it's on my records. It's on my medical records. I ended up having a breakdown, guys. And that was a bit hurtful, to be honest, you know. And yet again, not being listened to. And it's frustrating. So, yeah, my emotions were utter despair, upset, and then it went to anger, to be honest. I just got to the point where I was just getting so angry that yet again I'm in this situation which is totally out of my control, totally unfair, and you know, I just had enough. And it's like, I'm battling this, you know, I'm gonna fight this. And thank God, in the end, somebody did sit down and listen to me, and they could see what this situation was doing to me, and they backtracked. And I can't explain the relief, like the weight off my shoulders, with just that, the fact that somebody listened to me and they cared enough to change something which to them was important, but it was equally as important to me that it didn't happen. And I generally just can't sort of thank this person enough that finally they sat down and they listened to how I felt, how this change could affect me. And yeah, that relief was just immense. You know, I'm on holiday now and I can actually enjoy it without fretting about what I was gonna walk into, and I can't, it's just unimaginable how much relief I have at this point in time. The sad thing is, you know, with getting angry and all this sort of stuff, I should have been really happy, but I'm not really happy. I'm actually genuinely exhausted. I'm just exhausted from this like week-long battle of every emotion which I can think of. And you know, yeah, I have relief, but no, I'm not ecstatic, you know, I'm not mega happy that this has happened, because I shouldn't have been in this situation in the first place. And I was put in this situation out of my control. But on the plus side now, I can get on, enjoy my break. I posted a little video of a little day out with my grandson, who is just the best. He just lights up my life, you know. That's something which, you know, I just look forward to seeing him, you know, and it gives you a hug, and you just know that, you know, this is genuine, you know. Kids don't fake shit like that. And yeah, it's just the best. So I can just get on with my holiday now. So let's have a little look at the moral of all of this. You know, people try and change you, and it's up to you if you want to be changed. You know, all of this was out of my control, and I had all of that fear and anguish and stress and depression about it, which then turned to anger. And I just ended up being so angry and so bitter that I just fought in the end. And I just fought for what I thought was right. I didn't know if I was going to win. And I got to the point where it was like, okay, just bring it on then. Because I've had enough of this. And that's the stage which I got at. I didn't know how far it was going to go, but it just took that one person just to listen. Just bonkers, isn't it? Absolutely bonkers. So the moral is, guys, don't stop fighting. If you believe in something, just fight for it. It doesn't always work, it doesn't always change what's going on, but at least you're not going down without a fight. So yeah, that's my little tip for you guys. Don't stop fighting, because we're strong. I feel like we're at a generation where we're not being heard, but we need to make sure we are heard, because, you know, this is a troublesome time in our lives where everything just seems to be a battle, battling to work, battling to pay your mortgage, worrying about your mortgage, worrying about life, worrying about retirement coming up. Have you got enough money? You know, and the world's changing. The world's changing. It's full of narcissists who just want to change everything, and we don't know how all this is going to pan out, do we? You know, but we just got to keep cracking on. So guys, look, listen, shout out and be heard. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Loads more to keep talking about. Hopefully it's not all bad. I'm going to post a little video of Super Grandad with his little grandson. Actually, I'll post two, because there's two very, very funny parts of my day yesterday, which is worth embracing. So again, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll be strong together. Take care.